What's up, everybody? This your boy, Bless the Damn Best, coming at you once again with a message for my FBA family out there. Okay, most of the videos I feature in my content are of the political nature and basically about black empowerment. Okay, today, this is gonna be a different type video. This video is more cultural and it's very important to the foundation of black American culture. Okay, this week we lost an icon, Mr. Frankie Beverly. His music played a big part in foundational black American culture. He was a favorite at parties and cookouts, and the type of feel-good music coupled with his smooth voice gives foundational black Americans many good memories. So today, I'm gonna bring another video from Tariq Nasheed, and he's going to pay homage to the great Frankie Beverly. So let's take it away.
In the top 30, we were almost number one, but Frankie Beverly, all the Frankie Beverly and Maze stuff is really selling through the roof. That was getting us. We were in the top 5 for a couple of days. We didn't get to number 1 because our good dear brother Frankie Beverly passed away, for those who don't know. And we'll talk about that. Speaking of Frank, I hope there needs to be some kind of big celebration and farewell performance somewhere for Frankie Beverly. Speaking of Frankie Beverly, there needs to be some kind of farewell performance somewhere, man. That would be huge. A nice, beautiful send-off, man, that Al Heyman should put together, because I know Al Heyman used to work with Frankie Beverly. I would always see Al Heyman's name associated with Frankie Beverly and Maze because of the Superfest and things like that. You say Soul Train Awards need to do it, right? Yeah, I just hope they wouldn't have Sexy Red up there twerking. Yeah. Somebody said I dissed all the tethers and it's in the top 30. Yeah. A top 30, hell, it was in the top 5, yeah? But like I said, listen, man, we need some type of send-off for our brother Frankie Beverly, man. I would love to just go to some kind of celebration performance, man. That would be great, because Frankie Beverly was phenomenal, man. Phenomenal brother, man. Oh, we gotta show respect to Frankie Beverly. And Maze. Frankie Beverly, man, they never crossed their music over. They made people cross their music over to them. Frankie and those guys, Frankie Beverly and Maze, they never won Grammys. You understand? They never got those industry accolades, but they had that core audience that was so loyal, because they were loyal to their audience. Almost all of their records went gold. See, they were one of those groups that were very consistent. Consistency is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Frankie Beverly was a big thing back in the day. But listen. I would love to see Al Heyman put something together. The great Al Heyman. Frankie came at a time in the late 70s when Frankie and those guys came through. That music really transcended generations, especially his when it got into the early 80s. His signature song, Before I Let Go, that was from 81. That was actually from a live album, which the song wasn't a live song. So Before I Let Go, that has become his signature record. Oh yes, the concerts were off the chain. That's the thing that gave Frankie so much longevity. Frankie was out there, man. Frankie was outside. Frankie Beverly and Maze, they just toured relentlessly. They always performed, always toured. They were always out there touching the grass. That was very important, to get out there and hit the bricks and connect with the people. And they had a phenomenal show. They were a very tight, clean band. And also at that time frame, Frankie Beverly, they were coming off of the disco thing. They never got into the disco thing. Early 80s, that was the post-disco thing. And that was a very interesting time for music. You still had the upbeat stuff going on, but you had a lot of the soulful, almost gospel flavor, because Frankie Beverly started off as a gospel singer. He was a gospel singer when he was a youth. And that his music always had that soul, almost gospel feel to it. It was always uplifting. It had an uplifting vibe. In that time period, late 70s, early 80s, there was somewhat of a Black consciousness there. The Black family, the remnant, the Black family was still intact for the most part. You had a lot of Black families intact. Even if families, mothers and fathers weren't together, we would still be connected to our families. So that's why a lot of the Frankie Beverly songs, We Are One and Joy and Pain and all, these were songs that we could relate to as a family. We could relate to these songs. You dig? And they transcended generations because our parents played them. We heard them at cookouts, we heard them at card games. So we grew up listening to that, and then we start playing, and then the next generation grew up listening to it. Southern Girl, Happy Feelings, these just positive energy songs, man. Again, and these things, these types of songs and artists, man, they kind of peaked early 80s. Another thing that was significant about that era was that they were coming out of disco, going into a lot of the electronic new technology. You had new synthesizers, new drum machines. So before people became too ultra reliant on the machines, you would have these artists kind of mix the live flavor with the new technology. They would use those new synthesizers that came out. Like Before I Let Go, they got them 80s synthesizers at the beginning, ba, 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 ba. But it's like you got the drummer and everybody's still funking it up with the live instrumentation. They knew how to properly blend everything. You understand? Even with the Gap Band, our brother Charlie Wilson, those guys, they knew how to, those keyboard bass lines with that live instrumentation, using that soulful gospel singing on top. We felt that. It resonated with us. You know, it really resonated with us. And just the things they were singing about. Around 83, 84, things started to shift. A lot of things happened right after that era. 83, 84, 85. That's when the crack era came in. So the energy changed a lot. Yeah, the SOS band was around at that time. Yes, the SOS band was around that time. Absolutely. Yeah, Prince was good with that blend. Absolutely. Prince was very good with that blend. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they would have that hard, funky bottom with the beautiful melodic major chords. And that was another thing that was big in the early 80s. They would use those positive major chords that people could relate to. So it was a good vibe. Yeah, Michael Jackson's Thriller, very phenomenal albums came out around that time. And a lot of people were trying to capture that coming out of the disco thing. Coming out of that disco thing, music took a major shift for the better.